Hey everyone, this is Alfred from The Prompted, and let's improve your Shopify store by recreating custom features from successful e-commerce brands. So today we're taking a look at Ridge and True Classic Tees, and we can see that they both have this story style video section on the product page. And when you click on the thumbnails, you get this full-size video, which you can scroll through. This is a really unique feature that can help boost your sales. You'll want to pick out videos that can either show how your product looks or works, some form of social proof, or how your product solves a problem in the customer's lives. Or better yet, it does all three of these things. So if you've got some great social media videos that you can share, you can now easily add them to your product page with this simple customization. We'll be showing you what it looks like, we'll demo its features, and then we'll get into how you can add it to your store with step-by-step instructions. So we'll be using some code in this video, but we'll give it all to you. It's just copy and paste. So make sure to watch the full video first so you know how to use the customization. And then afterwards, to get the code, just follow the link in the description to subscribe to our free newsletter and we'll send it all to you. On top of that, you'll get daily insights to maximize your store's conversion rates, so check it out. All right, so let's get started in adding the story style videos to your store. Okay, so we're now in our demo store and we can see here we've got these story videos under our add to cart buttons. And so we can actually, scroll to the right, scroll to the left to see all the different videos, and we can click in and then we've got these videos playing, right? So we can turn on the volume so you can hear all the different videos, and we can scroll through them as well. Right, we can click on the thumbnails or even scroll through with our mouse. So that's what that looks like. If we go to our theme editor, we can actually get all of these different settings. So all we need to do is kind of add block, and then you can add it into your product page. And then we've got all these settings here. So let's first actually take a look at the mobile version, because we also optimized it for mobile. So with mobile, we can actually, we can scroll through just the same here. I guess the preview isn't quite the same as mobile. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go into our browser's inspect mode, and we can just click this little button here, and it will give us a preview of what it could look like in mobile, kind of like this. And then now we can have these touch actions. All right, so I can actually use, this would be our finger, right? And we can scroll through our different videos, and we can, open this up, just turn off the volume so that you can hear me a bit better. And then we can scroll through our videos, right? So we don't have that little sidebar in mobile, so it's optimized more for the cell phones. And we also have this little message here, right? So it's just to tell people you can scroll through the different videos. So that's the customization. We've got a lot of different settings here as well. So let's go through that now. The first is we've got this heading. So you can see this heading right here. We can change it to whatever we want. Right? Could be the prompted. Or we could just remove it entirely, right? Like if you don't want to have a title for it, you don't have to. Let's put that back. And we can also adjust the size, font size for this, right? You can make it bigger or smaller, however you like. And then next we've got the source. So we're going to skip this for a second and I'll come back to it afterwards. Next we've got the shape. So right now we're using this 3x4 rectangle, but we can make it a circle, and you can see how it changes the shape. Oops, let's make it a square, right? And then you can make it more of a taller rectangle. So that's more of a cell phone shape there. Personally, I like this one because it still has that, shows the height of the video, but doesn't take as much space as this one here. But you can choose however you like. And then we can also adjust the size. So if we want these to be bigger or smaller, we can do that, right? So it's just maybe make it a little bit bigger, make it a little bit smaller. It's up to you on how you want that to look. Next is the overlay thumbnail size. So here is the shape and size. So this is for when we open up our overlay. So in desktop, we've got these thumbnails here, and we can adjust those shapes as well. So let's show that right now. We can say make this a circle, and then when we open this up, I guess we have to save and open it up on our live site. So we'll refresh, and there we go. We've got these circles. And so the same thing, we can adjust the different shapes of it and the size of these thumbnails to make it however you like. Okay, let's change that back to the rectangle. And now we've got the enable swipe indicator, right? So that's what I was saying earlier when we open up the mobile version. So let's go back to our mobile view. So this little indicator here. So we can turn that on or off, right? So if you don't want that to play, then we just turn that off. And we can also adjust the text that shows, right? So right now it says swipe for next video. We can adjust that text to be whatever we like. Okay, so those are our settings, and it allows you to kind of customize this a little bit to suit your liking, to suit your brand, suit the messaging that you'd like to show. But that's essentially it, right? Now let's move back to this section right here where we're talking about where these video sources are coming from. So we have two options on how to select these videos. They both use metaobjects. So let's talk about the first one, which is what we're doing right now, which is a fixed metaobject entry. So this is built into the product template now. So any product is going to show these same videos. And so that might be useful for you if you want to make these videos more about your brand. So then every product will show the same videos, and then you only have to set that up once. So what you do is in your meta objects area, so we're going to show you how to create this meta object later, but you can have these meta object entries, and in here you can select the videos that you want, right? So you can select files, and you can pick the videos that you want to add in there, and you just upload them, and then you can grab the handle here and then place it in right here. So you see story-videos-1. That's what we're seeing right here, story videos 1. And so we're just referencing the meta object and placing it there, and then it shows these videos. If I change this to story videos 2, which is a different meta object entry, then you can see here that we are changing the videos entirely. And like I mentioned earlier, every product that uses this template is going to get these videos. So let's go back to one. Alternatively, you can use the product meta field. And so this one is a little bit different. This allows us to have dynamic videos. So every product can have a different set of videos, right? And this is great if you have a diverse product catalog and you want to really show off the specific features of those products, then you can do it this way. So once I click this, and let's just save. Actually, no. Let's change this first, right? So right now, it doesn't find the reference because this is actually the meta object handle that we're looking at. But now we need to reference a product meta field. And so if we go to, let's say, our product, so the original prompt original t-shirt, this is the product we're looking at. If we scroll down, you can see here we've got this story videos meta field, and in here we have the story videos 1 meta object selected, but we can look at the definition of this meta field. And you can see here we have a namespace and key custom.storyvideos. So we'll take our key here, story_videos, and we're going to place it inside of our reference right there. And now it's pulling the same set of videos from the meta field, right? So it's because we selected story videos 1, and this is the prompted original t-shirt product. And you can see here, the prompted original t-shirt is using story videos 1. So let me save this. And then I'm going to just refresh our product. Let's close this, refresh. Okay, you can see here we've got these same videos, but if I go to a different product, so we'll go to the chip t-shirt. So this one here, new tab. And you can see here we've got a different set of videos, right? Because in this product, we actually set a completely different, this chip t-shirt, we've set a different meta object entry in our meta field, right? We've selected this one here. We could choose the same one if we wanted, right? We could change this and make it story videos 1, but we didn't, right? We chose story videos 2. And finally, if we just go to a completely different product here, so maybe text t-shirt. So we've got this t-shirt here. This one, we haven't set the meta field yet. And so in this case, we don't have any videos playing, right? So that's how we can kind of make these, we make these videos dynamic based on the product that we're on. Okay, so those are all the features. This is how we set the videos, and you've got a couple different options, right? You can make it fixed, you can make it based on the product meta fields, and so if you want to add this to your store, then let's do that now. Okay, so we're now in our themes admin area, and we've just installed a fresh new version of Dawn. All we've done is rename it, and at the time of recording, this is the latest one, so we're at 15.1.0. And so if we go to the live site, we refresh, you can see here that the story style videos, it's no longer there because we now need to add it back in. So what we're going to do is we're going to first create some meta objects and some meta fields, and then we're going to edit some theme code. So the theme code, we're just going to give it to you. It's copy and paste. All you need to do is follow the link in the description. It'll take you to a page to subscribe to our free newsletter. Once you do, we'll send you that code, and we'll also be sending insights on how you can improve your conversions. So check it out. It's free. Okay, so first step is adding the meta object. So we'll go to settings and then custom data. And then what we are going to do is we're going to add definition. And then in here, we'll put in the name and add the fields. But since we already created this meta object, I'll just show you the one that I already created. And so the one we created is the story style videos. And here we named it story style videos, and it's type story _ style _ videos. So make sure that we have this type here as exactly the same because our code is looking for it. And then we've added 2 fields. So the first one is going to be called name with a key, .name, story style videos .name. It's going to be used as the display name. It's a single line text and it's going to be 1 value. And then the next field is going to be called files. It's going to have this key right here. And then it's going to be type file. It's going to be a list of files. Make sure you make it a list, otherwise you're only going to be able to select 1. And then you can specify which file types to accept. You're probably only going to be using videos, but just you don't have to necessarily restrict it. But this will only work with videos. So once you've done that, you can come back out to your themes area. Sorry, we need to actually create the meta fields first. So let's go back in, custom data, products, and then we're going to add definition, right? And so in here, we'll give it a name, namespace, a key, select a type. Now, similarly, we've already created the meta field. So I'm just going to show you the one that we did. So we're going to call it story videos. It's going to have the namespace and key custom.story _ videos. Make sure it's, you can name it whatever you like in this case, but just remember that this key here is what you're going to be putting into the theme later if you want to use the dynamic version of this customization. Okay, so next you're going to give it a type of meta object, and then the reference is going to be the meta object that we just created, right? So story style videos, and then it's going to be one entry. And then once you've done all that, you can save, and then we can go back to our themes. Okay, so here we're going to edit code. Now, as usual, before editing your code, make sure to duplicate your theme. In this case, I can't because I've got the maximum, but make sure you duplicate your theme, because if anything goes wrong with the customization and you need to go back to your previous version, it's just going to be much easier for you. It'll save you a lot of headache if anything goes wrong. So do duplicate your theme before you start. So we're going to edit code. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the main product.liquid file. And then we're just going to search for picker. We're going to look for this block right here. And we could just create some space between the variant picker and the buy buttons. And we're going to add our new block here for story videos. I'll paste that in there. And then we're going to go a little bit lower. So we're going to look for the product-info. And you're going to see here where this tag shows up right before the schema. And we're going to add our second line of code right here. So story, videos, overlay, custom. We're going to put that right there. And then next, we're going to look for picker again, actually. And we're going to look for the variant picker schema settings. Right, and so we'll just come right where it ends. You can see how I've highlighted this curly bracket here. It'll show the pair right there, so we can come below that. And we're going to paste in our schema settings. So right before I save this, let's open up the theme editor. And you can see here, if I open up the products template, and let's go to our original t-shirt. Okay, so if I add block, we're not going to see the story videos option here. But once I save, so let's do that right now. Oh, okay, we're probably missing a comma. Yeah, right there. Okay, save. Let's refresh. And now if we add block, check it out. We've got story videos now showing up. We could add it in, but it's not really actually going to do anything because we haven't put in the rest of the code to say what we're going to do with those settings. But just to show you that, that's what adding the schema settings is for. Okay, so now we can move on and create a new snippet. So the first one is going to be called story-videos custom .liquid. Okay, so that's the one. And we're just going to copy and paste our code into this snippet, and let's save. And then we have a second snippet that we want to create, and that snippet is going to be called the story videos overlay custom. And let's copy and paste this code and save. And that's pretty much it. So those are the changes that we need to make. We can come back to our theme editor and refresh. And now if we add block, we can see the story videos option shows up. And we can just bring this up, let's say above the description. But we don't have the anything showing up yet because we still need to add our meta object to reference. So let's go back to our meta objects, and we're going to, well, in your case, you wouldn't have had anything created yet. So you would need to add entry. You can call it whatever you want. It'll create a handle. And then you can also select whichever files you want. And once you've done that, you just grab that handle and put it into your theme editor. Now, since we already created ours, we're going to just use the ones we've already created. So we'll use story videos 1 again. We'll just copy our handle there, go to our theme editor, paste that in there. And there we go. We have our videos showing up, right? So if I save that and we refresh, then we've got our videos showing up, and we can open them up, and we've got our video player. Right? And you just scroll through like it's story style. And we're not going to go through all the settings again, but you can make this dynamic, right? By using the product metafield option. You can change the shape. You can, you've got a couple of different settings that you can use here. So that's our story style videos. There's a bunch of settings for you to make it your own. And if you want to add this customization or any of the other customizations that we share on this channel, then just check out the link in our description, join our newsletter, and we'll send that over to you. So that's it for today. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.